DNR registry. Do not resuscitate.
Right. They put you, and not only that, but see, if you have a chip, you know what's cool about chips? If there's like a whole bunch of dead people, all you have to do is just take your little gun and go, toot, 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 and all the information's there for tax purposes.
Savings.
And yeah, exactly. And where they can take your bank accounts and everything. They have they can just roll that over you, and it's like scanning you in.
There's also currently 4 employees on the Microsoft campus in Seattle that have RFID tags in the back of their hands for identification purposes for all the security doors.
See, now, I'm not giving you this booga booga story because I think it's the mark of the beast. I'm giving it to you because I think it's invasive, and I think it's bullshit. Yeah. I mean, if you think that I think it's the big 666, I can tell you what the big 666 is, and it's not shoving a damn chip in your ass. It's not that. Getting a chip in you is invasive, it invades your privacy, and I don't want to be fucking tracked by anybody. I don't want to be labeled or tracked, and that's why I did that. Because I was going, boo, I don't want to be tracked by anybody. It's a can of spam, by the way. So if they try to scan me in, I ring up at $1.13 and it says spam.
But
I'm lunch meat, baby.
You're tracked anyway.
If they have to scan me, I'm freaking lunch meat. Go ahead.
You're tracked anyway.
Oh.
You've got a job. You've got a social security number. They know where to get you. Hell, your ex-wife knew where to get you.
Yeah, well.
But you were talking.
Well, it's not like I'm hiding. My God, I'm all over the internet. www.ideocast.com. You can look me up.
But you were talking. Okay, you're talking about voting, and the contention that democracy is dead, the choice is dead. Yeah, well, we're busy counting, the left and the right, and everybody who else has voted. What about the people who have just fucking given up on voting, like myself?
That's a choice.
How many of us are out there who just washed our hands of the whole thing and said, screw ya?
How many people out there said screw ya? By applause. Yeah, some of you still believe in it, and that's nice. It's all nice and Pollyanna, but 9/11 screwed that up, didn't it? 9/11 has been the thing that has basically been the way we kick change out of corpses just to make a buck, and the Bush administration just loves their necromantic ways. And they're not going to change it. And neither is Hillary Clinton, neither is John Edwards. Whenever they need you to be moved, all they have to say is, remember those dead at 9/11? See, zombies make good motivators in graveyards, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're resurrecting the dead, so they come, and you go, oh, no, protect me from Osama bin Laden, another dead man, by the way. And so that's what they're doing. No, he's dead. He's a dead man. Have you seen that latest tape they released? That latest tape they released is 5 freaking years old. They proved it on Al Jazeera. Basically laughed and said, "What the hell? We aired this one 5 years ago." Go ahead, Bob, and then we'll get to Doug.
Well, again, those who think the Democrats are going to save us, here recently in the past couple of weeks, they voted, supposedly our intelligence agencies decided that Iran was behind. Remember in Basra where some people impersonated security people and they kidnapped some U.S. soldiers and killed them? Mm-hmm. They finally decided it was Iran behind that.
Yeah.
And the U.S. Senate voted 97-0 to censor Iran for killing U.S. troops.
Hitler did that in Poland, you know that?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Also, they have allowed now they were talking about having something said that Bush can't attack Iran unless he goes to Congress first. That rider to whatever bill is coming up has been quietly dropped.
Well,
which is basically the Democrats saying, go get him, Bush.
We
will stand with you when you do.
Yeah, how much do you believe that when Iraq, he went ahead and did Iraq and they never voted on it?
That's right. Yeah.
They basically, it was the emotional vote. Oh, weapons of mass destruction. Where are they? It's exactly, they're going to find something else, and that's why when we say to you, something's going to happen in the next couple weeks or months or whatever, it's because you need to be frightened again. It's not a terrorist attack, people. It's the terror spectacular, and it's going to be on your TV screen.
And just one last point, Clyde. It's been in the paper here recently about what happened to the Congressman Peter DeFazio here. He's on the Homeland Security Subcommittee.
Right.
And he requested to see the secret plans for continuation of government that he has a right to see as a member of that committee. He went to the chairman. He was refused by the White House to be allowed to see these plans.
He went to the wrong place. He has to go to CFR to get those plans.
Well, that's probably true, but and they're all going on vacation in August too, remember?
Yes, they're leaving.
Just like the Iraqi Congress, they're going.
Well, yeah. Well, they went on vacation when 9/11 happened too. All those guys that made money off those put stocks, they went on vacation too. And where was all that? All those records of those put stocks and who bought the money and who had the stocks? Building 7, exactly. And Building 7 got what? Anyone? 9/11 truther. What happened? It got controlled demolition. Even the guy who owned the damn building said it was controlled demolition. He said we had to pull it, and they pulled it. I mean, come on, people. Conspiracy theory or no, that guy said it. He said it on PBS, okay? I trust PBS. Do you? Go ahead.
Two things. First, about voting for a president. Why would you vote for president if you don't live in Ohio or Pennsylvania or Florida? Because those 3 states elect our president. It's happened in 2000. That. It's pointless. If you live west of the Mississippi River, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Really, none of you matter at voting for the president. So you can do it if you want or not.
Right.
Now, I just thought of this. You were talking about chips before. Here's a little scenario for you, Clyde. You know a buddy who works in the city morgue, and a dead person comes who's chipped. And suddenly, how about identity theft?
Oh, yeah.
You know, if you're a mass murderer or you've child support or something like that, and you want a new identity, why don't you send me that cadaver over there who's got a chip in his arm and put it in me? There's some identity theft for you. It's a lot worse than Visa or MasterCard.
Well, and yeah, it's true. We honor your chip. Go ahead.
I think at essence of what we're talking about tonight and what Harry Potter books are about and where we're going as a species is the battle between good and evil. And I think what little I know about the Harry Potter books, it seems to be that she is teaching us about the nature of evil. And, we need to be wise about that because that's what we're dealing with right now, and our future depends upon it. As long as these, blood-sucking reptiles can feed off of us, we can remain unconscious, like you were talking about,
right,
and give into it and give up and not care about what's going on in the world. They have power. Now, the moment we stop, it's not just about drinking blood and doing sex magic rituals with sex slaves, programmed sex slaves. It's about us starting to love each other and loving the world that we live in. Now, that's a little idealistic. I'm sorry, everybody. But that's the reality, and that's our future, and it's not going to work out otherwise, and I'm sorry about that. Now, the moment we start doing that and stop buying into their bullshit and Bush's negativity, because to me that's all he represents, and the people that he works for, and Hillary Clinton and them, they're all in it, of course. They're not going to have any more power.
No.
And they're going to fade away, and they're going to go into their own little hell. And we're going to inherit the earth once again.
The meek shall inherit the earth. The ones who with the meek and the speak, those who speak also will inherit the earth. That's a very good point. Give him a hand. One thing you need to remember, and I say this to you, all you people that are still convinced that Hillary Clinton and the Democrats are going to change the world, even you conservatives who believe that the next conservative group are going to change the world, always remember their morality is not your morality. They're not. How is it that a person who makes thousands of dollars more than you or me could ever imagine having, riding around in limousines, basically eating what they want to eat, have it at a snap of their fingers, travel wherever they want to go, have carte blanche to do whatever they want to do, including kill you, has the same morality as I do? They don't. People die every day in Iraq under the command of George W. Bush. He can still sit down, eat his Wheaties, and read the paper. Most people who kill that many people are hung. Saddam Hussein. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, people. And that is what we need to start understanding. You want to go ahead?
Yeah, I came down to, I heard you earlier on Emerson's show. You were talking about Philip K. Dick and
the Valis.
Would you mind just a couple minutes?
Yeah, I will go into that as soon as Sadie's finished. You're right, I'll do that.
Wanted to piggyback off of two things. A, what Doug said. That's already been done in a movie. It was called Gattaca, a bunch of years back where it was identity theft through chips, through the identity in the system. He overlaid fingerprints of himself. It doesn't matter how we're tagged, whether it's a driver's license or a chip. It's going to happen.